Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry, a blue dot and a red state utilizing tarot to offer insight into these very interesting times we have going on here in the United States. So I'm really glad that you're here and welcome. The focus of today's reading is going to be looking into some legislation that California just passed, which would require the ICE agents to be unmasked. Governor Newsom has not indicated whether or not he will sign it. I do have a New York Times article pulled up here, and part of it is he's not sure that it's constitutional. Is that what he? Yeah, he's not sure if it's constitutional, so they're looking into that. He has until October 12th to sign it, and it wouldn't go into effect until January. And then, of course, the opponents, the maggots out there, politicians, this is rich. This is all they've got to justify this not sign for Governor Newsom to not sign this. Bad guys wear masks because they don't want to get caught, but good guys, they wear masks because they don't want to get killed. And it's like, okay, boy, that's all you've got to justify is that you're saying that, oh yeah, these ICE agents, they're the good guys. I think everybody would beg to differ on that. And this guy that said this is Kelly Sigardo, a Republican state senator from Riverside County. He also argued that the state does not have the power to regulate federal agencies. And so that part of the bill is likely to be thrown out. However, another legal scholar has said that there is no rule saying that just because you work for the federal government, you're exempt from state law. So, and then the article goes on about similar bills have been introduced in other blue states, but they've not passed yet. So what I want to do today is I want to look into whether or not Governor Newsom will sign this and kind of like what happens with that. So as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Looking into this legislation, and I guess really what I want to know is Governor Newsom going to sign this legislation? That's kind of the first thing I want to know. Okay, kind of a base reading into all of this legislation that would require the ICE agents to be unmasked. Okay, and Phoenix rising out of the ashes. This is the people uprising. This is going to be, I always say all roads lead to the Tower card, but it's accompanied by the Judgment card, which is the people uprising. And in this Robin Wood deck, which I'm using, is it's the Phoenix that rises out of the ashes. So people uprising and the Justice card. I think that he is going to sign it. And he's going to sign it to show solidarity with the people, and the challenge is let the courts decide whether it's legal or not. So he's going to sign it, and the justification I'm feeling is he's doing this for the people and of California, and the courts can be the ones to deal with it. They're going to do their part of it's like I get this feeling that the state legislature is we're going to do our job of passing these laws. Governor Newsom's going to do his job of signing it, and the courts, the challenge is going to be taken up into the courts. The overall energy here coming in is going to be the Six of Pentacles. I really feel like this is Governor Newsom going to sign it. This is in the higher energy. This is, you have more than enough to give to others. And so I feel like he is the one who's giving this to the people. He's going to sign. Yeah, he's going to sign it. The foundation, he is very secure in, I get the feeling that he's finally found his footing on how to be a resistance governor, because there for a while he was not doing a very good job. But now, whoever that the Latina woman is who is running his social media, she needs to have a raise, okay? And that he is finally on board with mocking Trump and basically just being a huge thorn in Trump's side. And this is with the Pentacles, it's like he is the gift that just keeps on giving. He is offering his constituents, his citizens, the people in his state, something of substance, something of value, and it really is helping to motivate the entire country. It's like, this is my lane. The courts can deal with their lane, but this is what I'm going to do. The recent events are, he sees what they're doing. They're kidnapping people off the streets. And the Supreme Court has said, it's okay if someone's speaking Spanish. It's like, seriously? I could be out, blonde hair, blue-eyed me knows enough Spanish that I could be out there and arrested just because I'm speaking another language? And so Governor Newsom is seeing that, and he is, he's tired of it too. He's tired of the damn circus. And if you notice here, these are circus tents in the back. So that's him. He sees the circus, and he is going to do what he can to kind of put a stop to that, and the betrayal that this regime, rogue administration, Trump administration, has betrayed. They've betrayed the American people. They have betrayed their oath of office. It's just all the betrayal. This also could be that congestive heart failure that Trump is having. And if you notice in this card, it's very, these are storm clouds. And then can you see this? These are raindrops. So it's like all that fluid just oozing out everywhere. Okay. So yes, he is going to sign it. I'm going to ask more about this Three of Swords. And this could just be the lies and the betrayal of this Trump administration. They're not upholding their oath of office. They have betrayed. That's it. They have betrayed their oath of office with all of the lies, all of the stealing, all of everything that they're doing. And then Governor Newsom is like, I'm going to provide security, stability. I'm doing this for the citizens and the people of my state. And, it's like, let the courts figure it out. We're going to do our job. The courts can do their job. Okay. So this Three of Swords, I'm curious about, is this just the betrayal of, that this administration, Trump administration, has had to their oath of office? Or is this going to be like an actual health event? And with that, happier times. The wealthy woman. This is also offering, like taking care of people, taking care of families. And let me see this Emperor, Mad King Don. I think the betrayal here, because, Don Old is coming up here, things out of reach. The devil, he's fucking Satan. Just to quote South Park there, he is everybody's worst nightmare and the lies and illusions. So yeah, I think this betrayal is the betrayal to how he took an oath to take care of the American, people and the families, and he's not. It's like he's everybody's worst nightmare. He lies. I mean, everything. He lied. What was that? I saw there's that tweet. It's like, what's the worst lie that he's ever told? And the person that replied to that recited the oath of office. I do solemnly swear to uphold, the Constitution, whatever that oath is. That's what I'm seeing with this. Like the lie, it started with, the oath of office. Actually, it started with coming down the escalator and saying that Mexicans were rapists and murderers. It's like that should have been the end of it then, but it wasn't. So yeah, with this, I think that Governor Newsom is going to sign it, and the justification is he's doing it as a protection for the people of his state, protecting them against this, the kidnapping that's going on, in broad daylight, and the betrayal. And I am going to see this as betrayal and not in this reading, this isn't going to be Trump's health. I mean, it's his health in that he's, he's operating from a place in his brain that probably should not be making decisions. And so he's like everybody's worst nightmare, and he's lying whenever he's saying everything he's doing is for the American people. And it's like, no, you're doing it for yourself. You want to be a little dictator there and hope that you're going to be, welcomed into the cool kids club. And it's like the cool kids club there, all the other dictators, who he considers to be the cool kids, they know how to play him. It's like, Don, they don't see you as the cool kid. They see you as a useful idiot. Okay, so what are the courts going to do with this? What will the courts do with this piece of legislation? And with that, there's Don. He's not going to be happy. And the lies, the additional spewing of lies that he is going to be doing. So this isn't even coming up as the courts. It's coming up as Don. And so the options, I was asking about the courts. And the courts, this is like working. And you've got like the initial court. I see this like 3 courts. You've got the initial judge, the appeals judge, and then if it goes to the Supreme Court. So let's kind of go from there. Holding on, Trump really wants to hold on to political power. Let me come back to that, because, this traditionally is the arguing and fighting card. It's also the backstabbing card, but I'm feeling like there might be a little bit more to it than that. I think that they're going to struggle to even defend this. That's what that is. I was feeling something, but now that I'm looking at this, they're going to struggle to defend themselves, and this is at the direction of Trump. So I ask about the courts, and you've got Trump coming up here. This could also be the judge who isn't going to have the lies from the Trump administration, like trying to fight this. That very, like, this judge is no nonsense. He's like, the challenge is the Trump administration lies. That's what this is. And he's not going to have it. He's like, this is the way my courtroom is run, and the strong, the tight ship, the strong, like, he's very, this is going to be a really good judge. It's like he's not putting up with with the DOJ's bullshit. That's what I'm feeling with this. Alrighty. So, and this was 3 here. So let me ask more about this 3. What's going on with this 3? Is this the 3 different courts, like 3 different, like the initial ruling, the appeal, and then on its way to the Supreme Court? What is this? Okay, so having to defend themselves in court, they're not doing a very good job of it, and just be patient. I wonder, is the initial judge, is he going to say that they have to be unmasked? Does the initial judge have to say that they have to be unmasked? Okay, so the judge keeping things hidden. The truth is there, but you have to search for the truth, and keeping things hidden. I don't know that he's going to, it's almost like this keeping things hidden is here. Like he says, like they can keep their faces hidden while he's deciding this. But there's also this like be patient card. Let me do more on this 5 of Swords. I'm going to put these over here just to the side. I'm not committing completely to the judge saying that. I want to know more about this 5 of Swords. If the judge, okay, I will say this. If the judge does not, doesn't let this, go forward, it's not, it's based on law and not anything that they've done to defend themselves. That's it. Like, they're not helping their case. If anything that they prevent, it would cause the judge to go, you don't even have a defense against this. Like, I have to actually, I'm looking at the law. Why don't you guys do that same thing? So let me see here. This 5 of Swords. The being blocked, not happy with what the Trump administration is saying. Okay, that makes more sense now. And decisions that he's going to have to make. Okay, let me get clarification on this. Is he going to allow the law to stand, and will they be forced to unmask themselves? Walking away, a happy agreement, and okay, I think that the judge is going to be like every judge. Like, is it, I keep saying, like, is this an intuitive moment to say that the judge is going to, like, really just not be impressed whatsoever with Trump's DOJ? Like, that is coming up. Like, he is not happy. Like, they're not giving him what they want. Like, he'll be asking for things. The filings will be wrong. I mean, it's the same MO, okay? The runaround. This judge is not having it, and he's going to be like, this is the way this is going to be. Like, the tightrope that the DOJ is gonna have to walk here, and that this judge, like, he's gonna hold their little feet to the fire. That's what I'm feeling with that. Now, as far as the initial ruling, I think that he's going to say that, he's going to put a pause on them having to be unmasked just while he's hearing the merits of the case. However, he's gonna have very good news. I think the ruling is going to be, he's gonna walk away from that initial ruling, and it's like you get the good news, the agreement, and the happy answer here. And this has always been a positive card. I know other readers don't always read this as a positive card, but I've just it's always been my yes card. So because I see this as pages are messages, and this is like offering something that you're wanting. So, and then paired with this is like yes. So I think that the initial, he's going to put a pause on it just until he hears the merits of the case, and then there'll be the good news of, yeah, these guys have to be unmasked. So what about, will this make it to the Supreme Court? We're just going to go past the appeals court and go straight to the Supreme Court. Will it go to the Supreme Court? Oh, they're going to give Daddy what he wants. Knight of Cups. Yeah, it is going to go to the Supreme Court, and I will say everyone's expecting them to rule in Trump's favor. Like, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Like, yes, Governor Newsom is going to sign this. Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't go into effect until January. Will this make it to the Supreme? It's like we get good news and decisions being made. So the Supreme Court, quickly, our country is seeing through, I'm seeing like quickly is seeing through the lies with this. Okay. The reason I'm a little, okay, the way the energy is right now, this is, it's expected to go to the Supreme Court, and that's the feeling. I'm feeling like it's the expectation is what I'm picking up on with that, and that everybody would expect the Supreme Court to give Trump what he wants. However, I don't know that. I think that there's going to be something else that happens with this whole immigration ICE nightmare, because it's like very quickly our country, and it's like I get this is that fox is loose in the hen house. So I'm wondering if something else doesn't happen to stop the immigration, so where this law doesn't need to be heard by the Supreme Court. That's the feeling, like something else is going to happen. Let me see if I can get a little bit more clarity on that. Seven of, what is this that's going to happen? New beginnings. Justice being served, new beginnings, and the truth comes out. Yeah, that's okay. With this, I think that here is our new beginnings, justice being served, and the truth comes out. Okay? You know that with so many of my readings, I get like we have this thing that happens, and then like there's this buildup, and then nothing. That's kind of what I'm seeing with this. That I got this camera's kind of weird. Okay, that yes, I think that Governor Newsom is going to sign it. He has until October 12th. With like he's saying, I don't know if it's legal and this and that. And then I see him just saying, you know what? That's for the courts to decide. They can do that. They can decide that. The legislation has passed this. The people who have voted for these legislators, they voted for them, and this legislation it's very popular, and I really think that Governor Newsom's going to be like, let the courts decide that, and he's going to sign it. It would go into effect until January. I do see like there's an initial flurry of like legal stuff, and then I just kind of feel like with this, we get new beginnings, justice, and the truth comes out that kind of moves this country into its new path. So yeah, I think that by the time, I really hope I'm right on this, but what I'm feeling with this is that by the time this law would go into effect, it's not going to be needed. That's the feeling I'm getting with this today. So this is one that I'm going to watch, because I know that, they had a whole list of other blue states that are looking at this same thing. So that's another reason why I think Governor Newsom is going to sign this, is kind of, he's like opening, I wasn't to say like give permission, but like to be that example. That's it. To be that example of what these other states can do. And I do think that the other states will follow, at least some of them will follow through with that. But as I said, by the time it would be going into effect, I don't think that it's needed. So I will keep watching this. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'll put another reading up here for you to check out. Subscribe is going to be here. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Subscribe. I post new readings almost every day at midnight, so they're there if you wake up at 2 in the morning like I do. Check out some YouTube, and I've got readings there. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. I will catch you on the next reading. Have a good day.